Hello my fellow Scorpios and welcome to your last reading for the month of July. This is the X spread. Now remember that this reading will not resonate with everybody. You will know if this reading is for you by the time I finish to read the first 3 cards. Now this reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, Scorpio and Venus, or with somebody that has got a lot of Scorpio energy in their chart. Now I'll put myself in there as well because I'm a Scorpio rising and I've got loads of Scorpio in my chart as well, more than anything else. But again, what a very strong, very detailed and complex readings you have for the month of July. And I strongly sense that it really ties in with your singles reading and in some way for the reading that I just finished for you, what do they think and how do they feel about you. And I strongly hope I'll be able to put through all of the messages here that are coming through because they're really, really strong. But before we start, 2 seconds only. At the end of this video, you will find the links for the playlist for the rest of your readings for July and the links to the playlist for the rest of your readings for the month of June. And also the link to the reading that I've done about the how to manifest with the tarots. You will find them all there. And also to say thank you to all of you for your support for the month of June. Out of all of the donations, I will pick one and offer then a free 30 minutes reading. But let's start because this is really, really a bomb of a reading. Okay, so let's see. How did you get together with this person in the first place? And here we've got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. I strongly sense that both of you, now here we're going very detailed, for both of you, there was such an immense pull. There was the feelings that you got when you met this person were overpowering. And the reason why I'm saying this, because here I strongly sense a twin flame connection or a very strong karmic connection. But here the love was just boom, immense. But what happened? The reason why this relationship did not work out, at least for now, it's express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I sense that when you, them, or both of you realized that these feelings were coming out of nowhere, were so powerful, you or them or both of you weren't ready to express completely the feelings that you had for each other. And because of that, fears kicked in. It was like as if you were split in two. Yourself or themselves or both of you were split in two. On one side, you were feeling this immense love for this person that you had just met. And at the same time, you were going into a fear mode of being afraid of being rejected, being afraid of the depth of the feelings, all of these kind of things. And it blocked the communication between the two of you. Or you were not communicating or they were not communicating exactly the feelings out of fear. But let's see what is the purpose of this connection. What is the purpose of this relationship? And he says, you deserve love. You're lovable. It's really very much of not being afraid of love. Not being afraid of being loved. This wasn't so much, like this purpose is not, of this relationship is not so much of learning how to love, but is learning how to accept love. And both of you, you could have expressed it in a different way, but both of you were terrified of accepting this huge love. So what was happening? You were actually doing the opposite of what your soul and your heart was calling for. You knew that if you expressed exactly what you felt, and when I say you, it could have been, I could be meaning the other side as well, okay? Could be vice versa. That if you expressed exactly what you felt, there was always been a risk. There could have always been a risk of being refused. And that was terrifying. But at the same time, there was also been the possibility that this person reciprocated exactly your feelings or vice versa. And that was terrifying at the same time. Because most of us can love to such a depth that we think that nobody can love as much as we do. But you know, sometimes we do meet somebody who is very capable of the same depth of feelings, and that scares us. So this purpose of this relationship really is to understand, not to be afraid of receiving love. But let's see now from the perspective of this ex only. Now we're looking at the ex. What are they feeling at the subconscious level about your connection? And here we've got the Six of Wands. Here they are victorious. And when I'm saying that this is a twin flame connection, it's because at the subconscious level, this person feels, finally, I know who you are. Finally, I know where you are. Finally, I have met you. I have been victorious in finding you after so many eons of limitless time and space. I'm feeling this very, very strongly. But let's see how is this person feeling at the conscious level now as things stand between the two of you. Here is the Five of Pentacles. This person is feeling lonely. This person is feeling left out in the cold. But this person is feeling lonely at a soul level. This person is feeling disconnected not only from you, is feeling disconnected from their own essence. Sorry, I just needed to take a deep breath there. Let's see what are they doing on the outside world at the moment. And here is the Four of Swords. So what they're doing in their day-to-day life at the moment, they're really taking it easy. They're doing things that would really relax them, or they're trying to relax themselves, or to do things that don't cause them stress, mental and emotional stress. And at the same time, what are they doing on the outside world about your connection while they're not connecting to you? Well, you could still be talking, but whatever you are or not, about the connection on the outside world, what they're doing at the moment is that they're really trying to let things come to them without pushing, like they're meditating, they're really they're trying not to stress out over it, because they're already feeling at the conscious level very much left out in the cold. And I sense that this person knows that if they push a bit too much, if they push themselves a bit too much, they could go into the Nine of Swords energy of going into depression. And you know, so they know that they are at a threshold and they're minding themselves, okay? But let's see how did they take the breakup at the time when it happened. And here we've got the Hangman. This person, I sense that, found himself or herself in a position where they felt that they couldn't do anything. It's like as if things slipped out of their hands. I'm strongly sensed things slipped out of their hands. Yes, they might be the ones that they initiated the breakup. Yes, they might have wanted it in the back of their mind because of the fears that we talked about before. But when it actually happened, they felt that they hung themselves. That's exactly what I'm feeling. They hung themselves. And it was not a position where they wanted to be. But let's see what are they thinking of doing at the moment about your connection. And here we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, there is two things here. If first message, if you are from the air group, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So if you are an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, this person wants you. Okay? So you could be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, but having also air in your chart as a sun, moon, or rising. So Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So if that is the case, what this person wants to do is that they want you. That is the first message. If you don't have air energy in your chart, this person, what they want to do is really to find clarity, is to see the truth of the situation, trying to detach themselves. As I said before, with that Four of Swords, they are trying not to go into the Nine of Swords energy. So that's the reason why what they're thinking of doing is to detach a little bit themselves from the emotional side, so that they can see clearly what is the situation within themselves and what is this relationship about. Because they know their feelings, because if there was no feelings, they wouldn't feel like the Five of Pentacles, that a part of them is missing. So what they're thinking of doing with the Queen of Swords, it's really to see things clearly by detaching themselves not from the emotions, but from the feelings that they come from the emotions. Different. And why do they want to do that? Because we've got the World card here. The World card, yes, it's the end of a cycle, start of a new one. Sometimes some people say, oh, it's the end of a cycle. But because here I strongly sense, and you will see after why as well, I strongly sense a twin flame connection. Here is the end of the old cycle. Here it's the enlightenment with the blue world there. And here is the start of the new one with the two people together, the soulmates, the twin flames. But the reason why I keep saying twin flames, it's because I wanted, you know, the World card, it's like the Six of Swords, it's like the Chariot moving towards, moving away from. The World card, is it the end of a cycle? Is it the start of a new one? And when they are at the end of a reading, I always pull an extra card. And what I got here as the clarifier for the World card is the Queen of Pentacles. And if you can see, I'm using here the After Tarots, and I don't know if you can see it here. Can you see that Queen there? She's looking at the Pentacle. I try to, one second, I put on my glasses, and I hope you can see it there. Can you see that Queen of Pentacle there? She's looking at our reflection. Can you see her reflection in the Pentacle there? Can you see the little face there? Right there. Okay? That is the mirror effect. So this person wants a new start with his twin flame, with the person who is in the mirror. Okay? And again here, like we got in the singles reading, and we got very strongly in the what do they think and how do they feel about you? We have got Earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We have got Virgo again here with the Hangman. We have got air signs here. So Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. Let me see. And we have got fire as well. So really it doesn't matter. But it's the energy. I mentioned the star signs because some people really love to hear them. But if that doesn't correspond with the X that you feel that this reading resonates with, don't get stuck on that, okay? And I also have here very, very quickly 3 cards that points very much towards twin flames. I have the Two of Cups that just jumped out on me, the Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Here, Two of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Things coming back again. There is no getting away from it. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to click on the links for the rest of your readings for July and June, and for the how to manifest your own reality. Thank you so much. And if you would like a private reading with me, I will put all of the details in the comment box below. Bye, 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 bye.